St. Arnaud in the distance. I came from over there today, about 14 miles away from here, and I just have another couple of miles to go, but I'm feeling really tired after climbing this hill. It was a long, hard hike up here, but here's the hut in the clouds and fog. Beautiful. It's Friday and I've been out here in the Nelson Lakes National Park since Monday. It's a really, really rainy, crappy day, but it's so cozy and misty, driving rain, and I'm going to stay in this hut. I can't remember the name this is the Bushline hut. I'll stay here for 2 nights and then maybe head off to the Angelus hut, which is up into the mist, a few hours, or like 5 hours. Maybe tomorrow if the weather clears. But there is a chance of snow as well on Sunday, and I have to be out of here no later than Sunday evening to catch my flight on Monday. We're at about maybe 5,000 feet. Not super high, but definitely the bushline.
We're in the high alpine beech forest at the Bushline hut in Nelson Lakes. It's been quite misty. I think we've been a cloud for the majority of it. And tomorrow we expect patches of sun. At least we hope for it. Just for an early morning trek at least. Yeah.
And how about Sunday?
Snow. Lots of snow. At least above 1,000 meters anyway. So good luck on that, Nat.
Hard day. Really windy, really foggy, as you can see behind me. Or can't see anything. Crossing a ridgeline in the Nelson's Lake National Park. Haven't seen anybody all day. I'm halfway to the hut, which I'm really looking forward to getting to and getting out of this wind before it starts pouring on me. It's kind of sort of sunny right now, but they're forecasting some pretty heavy rain tonight and increasing wind. Not a great day to be crossing a ridgeline, but what can you do? It's gonna snow tomorrow, so I gotta start making my way out. Look at that view! Keep on moving just to keep my fingers from getting too cold. Out of the wind for one glorious moment behind a big rock wall. It's raining lightly, not too bad. I have maybe 2 more miles to go, but the terrain is not very easy going. It's really, really rocky. My ankles are hurting a fair bit. I got really used to hiking in my Garmont Tower Trek mountaineering boots, and for this hike I wanted to go lighter and faster. I'm out here for a week, so I switched out to my approach shoes, Garmont approach shoes, which are really comfortable, and they're great for sticking to the boulders as you're bounding over them, but my ankles are definitely tired. Unfortunately, I got really sick on my second night out and started puking out my guts, which was awful. Luckily, you don't need to camp out here because there are huts all along the way. Actually, there are more than 900 huts in the South Island of New Zealand alone. So practically every trail has huts on it. It's really an amazing system. And I've been alone in some of them and with other people in some. The night that I got really, really sick, there were 2 families there two sets of parents with their teenage kids and like a 20-year-old kid. And I was running outside, puking my guts up for hours in the middle of the night, which I'm sure sucked for them. But what was most surprising was that not a single one of them asked me if I was okay, if I needed anything. It's just weird to think that you can hear somebody in the same room as you are, who you know is alone, and that they're clearly, they're clearly really sick, and you don't even ask them if they're okay. It's so weird. I just can't fathom doing that. I cannot understand how you wouldn't ask somebody if they needed any help. I mean, I could have been really bad, and I actually thought that I was going to get really, really ill for a while, and luckily after about 4 hours of puking, I was able to go back to sleep, and I woke up in the morning feeling very drained, but somewhat better. And one of the moms said to me, "Oh, I felt so sorry for you last night. It's just so nice to have somebody with you to, give you a cup of tea or pat you on the back." I was like, "Yeah, lady, you could have at least offered to get me a cup of water. Like, come on." Not that it's her responsibility, it's just that it's nice to do that for another human being. And they heard me crying. I was crying. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I was by myself in the freaking woods in the middle of nowhere, puking up pure water at one point. Nothing. Thinking that I might have to get help getting out of there or what. Anything could have happened. It's like human decency. At least I'm dry, kind of. It's really pretty. Not a soul around. Not a single person but me. Made it to the hut yesterday afternoon. Pretty early, like 1:30 I think. I think it took me about 3 hours and 45 minutes to cross the ridgeline here. And there's only 2 of us in this hut, which fits like, I think 30 or something, because the weather was so bad. And there was supposed to be snow today, but it's a very clear bluebird day, really gorgeous. And I'll hike out today to the Mount Roberts car park and get picked up by my friend Danielle, who lives in Nelson, and then fly back to Australia tomorrow. It's just me and a Canadian photographer last night, and it was just so cold that we ended up bringing the mattresses out here to the fire. There's the ridgeline that I crossed yesterday. Came down from right here. I had traversed all of this and then 5 more miles behind there. The weather report came in this morning as very severe. There's a storm coming with gale force winds and snow down to 800 meters. I'm at about 16 or 1700 meters at the moment. So I'm running up the mountain as fast as I can to try and get over this ridgeline before the winds are too severe. It's fairly calm right now, but you can definitely see the front blowing in. This is probably one of the most popular huts, maybe in the South Island, but definitely in the northern part. And because of the weather report, it was just me and one other person, which is pretty lucky actually. I was down in that valley just a couple of days ago. I have to cross this ridgeline right here and over, and then on the other side I can take a track down that's going to be less exposed to the wind. The wind is a southeasterly wind and it is very, very cold. Much warmer yesterday with the northerly winds. Today, not so much. I really wish I had a few more days out here, or another week or 2 would be nice. But it's been about 6 weeks in New Zealand, half the time hiking, which has been great, and I'm definitely going to come back. Just left the alpine just behind me, the subalpine, in my first forest in a few days. And the climb down was really steep, and lots of boulders, and crossing the stream probably a dozen times. But it was very, very pretty, and just caught a few snowflakes just at the very end there. We'll have lunch here and then do the last 7 kilometers. And then that's it. And there's the valley I came from. And that's the ridge that I climbed yesterday. Somebody's here, maybe on a day walk. All the huts are kind of like this one, usually with really, really beautiful views. Had a really wet walk out this morning, lots and lots of rain, and it was an awesome week. And that's my friend Danielle. That was really good timing, here to pick me up. I just got dry, put some dry clothes on, soaked out there, but that's okay. I was prepared for it. I did have rain gear had I wanted to put it on. Yay!